Money management is the key to economic success, and budgeting is its master key. Understanding and running the economy of more than 140 crore people is a very challenging task, where the budget plays a vital role in the economic growth of the country. Now, what do we understand by budget? A budget is a formal statement of estimated income and expenses based on future plans and objectives. In other words, a budget is a document that government prepares to project the revenues and expenses for an upcoming period based on its goals. Hello and welcome to the Thinking Tree Talk Show. I am Kalash Prajapati, your host, and today we have an admirable chartered accountant, CA Parul Shrivastava, with us on the show to discuss the latest union budget and its schemes. She is currently the secretary at ICAI Bhopal. She is a certified financial planner, an associate of certified public accountant in Australia, a licensed insurer surveyor, and also faculty at ICAI and IPER College, Bhopal. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the show. It's a great honor to have you.
Thank you, Kalash. Thank you so much. I would just like to correct that I now am the vice chairperson of the Bhopal branch of ICAI. So it's just a new addition.
Okay. That's really good. Like I missed on it maybe.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay. The budget document is very important and crucial for each and every citizen, but not everyone is able to understand it. So the motive of this talk show is to discuss elements of the budget and make it clear to our viewers. As we all know that the budget is named Budget for Amrit Kal. My first question to you is, what is this Amrit Kal and what is the vision of it in the union budget?
Okay. So first I would like to start with the term Amrit Kal. So Amrit Kal is basically an auspicious time to start a new business or to start a new venture. And when we talk about Amrit Kal in our country, it's basically from the 75th year of its independence to 100th year of its independence, like the period of 25 years, which has been marked for the development of our country. And this is the starting point. Like this year, 75th year, is the starting point of the Amrit Kal. So that is how it has come to the budget. That this is the starting point of the Amrit Kal of 25 years. So it will end at the 25th year from now. And we have different, points where we are actually focusing on the technologically driven and knowledge-driven country and the development in our country. And we have various, points where we are going to work on for 25 years and for equal distribution of wealth in our country. And, that everybody in the country are equally being developed, not a particular sector. So that's the whole purpose of Amrit Kal.
So basically, it is like that. It is very much growth oriented this time.
Yes, it is. It is growth oriented. It will be targeting upon giving opportunities to citizens, mainly the youth of the country, for finding out job opportunities for the youth. So all those things that is going to help in getting a knowledge based economy in our country.
Okay.
So you must have heard about Jan Bhagidari, which is also like everybody being part of the growth of the country.
Yes, definitely.
Also an agenda for Amrit Kal.
Amrit Kal, right. So as all of the viewers who are already into economics might have heard the term fiscal deficit, but the general audience is not aware about it. So I'll just try to make it more clear. It is the difference between total revenue, like term fiscal deficit. It is the difference between the total revenue and total expenditure of government in its financial year. So the deficit arises when the expenditure of government is more than the revenue generated. So my next question to you is, as mentioned in the union budget, that the fiscal deficit will go down to 5.9% of the GDP. What are the measures do you think will be taken to achieve this?
Okay, so first I would like to tell you that what was the fiscal deficit last year? It was on actual figure, it was 6.7%. This year, we have 6.4% and we are bringing it down next year to 5.9%. And we're also planning to bring it down to, in the year to 25-26 to the figure 4.5%. So how we are thinking of doing it is by raising money to dated security, which is government security. And this time we are raising about 11.8 crores in the dated security. Dated security is basically G securities, which are treasury bills or long-term securities where people can invest in government bonds, and government is raising money from public through government bonds. So this is the way, and it is basically to meet out the deficit. So we are aiming at raising money from people, from 11.8 lakh crores from dated securities and other from small saving and other sources.
Okay. So this one is like related to somewhat taxation, and as a chartered accountant, taxation is our somewhere an expertise. So now this is a very fundamental and common question that everyone is having. What is the impact of the new tax regime, especially for the salaried individuals?
Okay. So see, the new tax regime which has come has the basic point. Now we are talking about the salaried employees. So the salaried employees and the business, they are like two different segments of the society. But when we talk about the salaried employees, the old tax regime and the new tax regime, the difference is the tax rate. So the tax rate in the new regime is lower than the old regime. But when you are opting for the new regime of taxation, you have to forego your tax deductions and allowances. So as you know that we have HRA, professional tax, deductions under APC, and APC, yes, and medical health insurance, the deduction under that. So when you are choosing the new regime, you pay taxes with a lesser rate, whereas when you choose the old regime, you pay at higher rate, but then you get the benefit of all the allowances and all the deduction. Now with the new regime, yes. So and for a salaried employee, you can every year choose whether you want to go with the old regime or whether you want to go with the new regime. So whatever is beneficial for you, you can choose one.
Yeah. So has there been any substantial relief on personal tax provided by the government in Union Budget?
Yes. So it's like the basic now, the income up till 3 lakhs is now exempted. Earlier it was 2.5 lakhs. So that is an addition. And earlier, when we talk about salaried employee, there is a term as standard deduction that everybody used to get from the salary. So earlier, with the new regime, there was no standard deduction. Now a standard deduction has also been added to the new regime, which is like a big relief. And also with 87A, which has tax relief, which is rebate for taxation, then a person's tax, any person who had income till 5 lakhs, if his tax is more than the gross total income, he used to get the tax relief rebate. Now this 5 lakhs have been increased to 7 lakhs. So that tax relief, that tax rebate is now applicable till up 7 lakhs. So any person who has, so that's 87A, the limit has been increased to 7 lakhs. This is something which is going to be beneficial for anybody who is a salaried employee.
Right. And there has been some other this is I am asking on my own, like tax related, that businesses up to 2 crore has like they don't have to pay the taxes. I guess there is something like that. They have to pay 50% something. There is correction, right? An amendment related to taxations for the business if they are having an online income.
Yeah, that is there, but that is for a business and profession. So that is not, yes, that is for presumptive taxation, which is like a different scheme of taxation. And that is where this is applicable for presumptive taxation for any person who is carrying on business or profession. And this is for the
salaried ones, right?
Yeah, so with a person who has business or profession, he cannot choose every year whether he can go with the old regime or a new regime. He has to make a choice, and whereas a salaried employee can choose every year whether he wants to go with the old regime or new regime. So that's the benefit.
Okay. So as this Amrit Kal budget is very growth oriented and very promising, as suggested in its schemes, so how will the indirect proposals promote exports and domestic manufacturing?
See, as such, there are no great moves on the indirect tax proposal promoting exports. But I would, just say that there is a debate of state and central taxes and levies, which is called as ROSCTL, which is a scheme for garment business. There we have a refund to exporters, which has been increased this year, and it is now 8,405, like 8,405 crores as compared to 7,461 crores last year. So basically, what happens is they have a refund of export duties, which is a scheme where they remit or refund the export duties. So there's one scheme for garment business where they have a refund. So that is going to be good for MSME and export sector.
Yeah. And the domestic manufacturing, there is it is covered under that.
We were talking about exports only. That's why I covered the export part.
Yeah. Okay. So as we are moving towards the end of the show, my last question to you is, like, if given opportunity to you, would you like to change or add anything to the budget?
Frankly speaking, this budget was like a total package. I see it as a very positive budget, where I see that, we have plans for further, as we have already discussed about reducing the fiscal deficit. We've talked about, good provisions for salaried employees and people as far as, general public, they're happy with the budget. But one sector like the real estate sector is not that happy. They were expecting the interest subsidy on housing to go down, to go up from 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, and also they were expecting certain more relief to the housing sector, which was not given, which could have promoted the real estate sector of our country. But as everything, every budget has its own pros and cons. I would find it to be, really appreciative budget where all that was expected from the finance minister was given. And I take it as very positive move, starting it with the Amrit Kal, so that, at the end of 25 years, we achieve to a point where we are more self-reliant, self-dependent, and not depending on, external financing. But and also this would be something where we are generating more employment opportunities for youngsters in our country. So I would see it as a very positive budget.
Yeah. So it was very much like promising and growth oriented sort of, and like we see that there is something good coming for our country. So
yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Like, it was a very good interaction with you. It was a pleasure hosting you. And
pleasure is all mine.
And I hope your insights will be valuable for our audience as well. My last question to you is, would you like to say something about the Thinking Tree? The Thinking Tree talk show?
Sorry, I missed out what you said last.
I said, would you like to say something about our show, Thinking Tree?
I was, really surprised when I got the invitation and the content that was covered here, because, this is something which is really, what I could say, the standard was something which I've not seen so far here. And I was curious to know what will be the target audience, because the standard was so good. And I think that your move of educating people through interaction with educationist or any industrialist or anybody who can actually give some information on this topic is an excellent move. And I would wish you all the best for your future. And I would also ensure that anytime my services will be needed for you, I'll be always there. And congratulations on starting with such a nice move for educating people.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, ending today's talk show, like, I'd just like to send a small message to the audience. Like, stay informed, stay connected with the Thinking Tree, and keep learning. So, for more such talk show or informative videos, subscribe to our channel. Do share this video, and stay connected. Thank you so much.